Welcome to this guided meditation for lucid dream induction, a sleep story designed to help you drift gently into a profound state of rest and awareness. Allow yourself this precious time now to settle in, to truly make yourself deeply, utterly comfortable, feeling the soft embrace of your chosen resting place, supporting every curve and contour of your body. Let your eyelids gently, so very gently, close, sealing out the day's light, inviting an inner calm to softly unfurl within you. Feel the subtle warmth of the air around you, a tender caress against your skin, a silent invitation to release any residual tension you might be holding, allowing a deep, profound sense of peace to begin its tranquil journey through your entire being. Now bring your soft and gentle awareness to the very top of your head, to the crown, feeling a wave of soothing relaxation begin to unfurl there, a sensation of warmth, delicate and comforting, spreading outwards like the softest ripple on a perfectly still pond. Imagine that every tiny muscle, every delicate nerve ending in your scalp and forehead is beginning to soften to smooth, to release its grip, gently melting into a state of profound ease. Feel your brow becoming perfectly serene, unburdened and soft, as if smoothed by an unseen, loving hand. Notice how the muscles around your eyes are loosening, releasing any effort, allowing your eyelids to rest in their natural, peaceful position, heavy and perfectly still. Feel the gentle warmth behind your eyes, a deep sense of calm permeating that delicate space. Allow this exquisitely comforting wave of relaxation to slowly, so very slowly, descend, moving down into your temples, feeling any remaining tightness there gently dissolve, like fine grains of sugar melting into a warm, clear liquid. This sensation of deep, melting release continues its downward journey, flowing into your cheeks, softening the jaw, allowing your lips to part ever so slightly, effortlessly, releasing any unspoken words or lingering expressions. Your tongue, too, rests softly in your mouth, unheld, unburdened, perfectly still. Feel the gentle pull of gravity assisting this release, drawing all tension downwards and away, leaving behind only a profound sense of lightness and ease in your facial muscles. Now, let this warm, liquid ease flow further down into your neck, a space where so much of life's daily burdens can often find a temporary home. Feel the strong muscles in your neck beginning to soften, to lengthen, to release their steady hold, allowing your head to rest with effortless grace upon your pillow, feeling its full, comforting weight. Imagine all the small, intricate muscles at the back of your neck, connecting your head to your spine, gently, lovingly letting go, like threads of silk, unraveling in the softest breeze. This release then flows across your shoulders, those broad, strong structures that carry so much, allowing them to drop, to sink, to become wonderfully heavy and deeply relaxed. Feel them settling further, melting downwards and outwards, away from your ears, creating a sense of spaciousness and freedom in your upper body. This beautiful wave of relaxation, warm and comforting, continues its journey, now flowing down your upper arms, spreading through the biceps and triceps, softening all the strong muscle fibers within. Feel the weight of your arms, a comforting heaviness as they rest upon your chosen surface, perfectly supported and still. It moves into your elbows, releasing any stiffness, allowing them to feel fluid and soft. Then it flows gently, slowly, down through your forearms, encompassing every muscle, every tendon, every delicate nerve, until it reaches your hands. Feel your hands now, becoming exquisitely soft, perhaps a tingling warmth spreading through them, releasing any clenching in your fingers, allowing them to naturally unfurl, soft and receptive. Feel each individual finger, from your thumb to your little finger, releasing its hold, becoming completely loose, completely tranquil, completely at peace. Take a moment now to breathe a gentle, soft breath, noticing the natural, effortless rhythm of your own breathing. You don't need to change it, or control it, or even think about it in any way. Just allow your breath to be exactly as it is, perfectly natural, perfectly organic. A gentle wave rising and falling within you, bringing with it a quiet, soothing sense of peace. As you breathe, allow yourself to notice how your body responds to each inhale and each exhale. Perhaps a soft rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. A subtle, rhythmic motion that cradles you in the present moment, inviting an even deeper state of relaxation. Now, once more, let that exquisite wave of relaxation begin its tender journey from the crown of your head, sensing anew that soft, yielding sensation, a delicate cascade of tranquility pouring downwards. Feel it wash over your forehead, smoothing every fine line, softening the skin, releasing any subtle tension that might have gently returned. It moves across your eyelids, allowing them to rest even more deeply, even more completely, sealing you safely within this cocoon of peace. Down through your cheeks, your jaw, your mouth, letting everything soften, release, and become utterly still. Imagine any tiny, almost imperceptible knots of tension simply dissolving, melting away into the vast ocean of calm within you. This deepening wave of peace flows now into your neck, feeling the muscles there lengthening, widening, letting go of any residual hold. Your shoulders respond with an even greater sense of release, sinking lower, becoming heavier, more wonderfully supported, as if gently nestled by the earth beneath you. Down through your upper arms, releasing any subtle tautness, allowing them to feel like warm, soft currents flowing freely. Into your elbows, your forearms, and once again into your hands, feeling an even deeper warmth, an even softer release in each finger, in each thumb. Perhaps a gentle tingling sensation, like champagne bubbles, dances across your fingertips, a sign of energy flowing freely, of profound relaxation settling in. And as this wonderful, soothing energy saturates your upper body, feel it begin to flow into your chest, softening the muscles around your ribs, allowing your heart space to feel expansive, open, and utterly at ease. With each gentle, natural breath, feel a soft, calming wave move through your chest, a gentle expansion and a peaceful release. This comforting current flows into your abdomen, softening the muscles here, allowing your belly to feel supple, loose, and completely unburdened. Imagine all your internal organs nestled comfortably, perfectly supported, performing their quiet, intricate functions with effortless ease. Feel a deep sense of core stability, a soft, yielding strength in your center. This soothing warmth spreads through your hips, those strong anchors of your body, allowing them to feel heavy and grounded, supported by the earth. Feel all the muscles surrounding your hips, those often held spaces, gently, completely releasing, spreading outward in a soft, effortless surrender. Now, this exquisite, comforting sensation flows into your upper legs, down through your thighs, softening the powerful muscles of your quadriceps and hamstrings. Feel them becoming wonderfully heavy, deeply relaxed, unburdened, and at peace. This gentle, flowing warmth moves through your knees, releasing any stiffness, allowing them to feel supple and soft. Down through your calves, those hard-working muscles, feeling them gently release their steady hold, becoming loose and wonderfully pliable. And finally, this wave of utter relaxation reaches your feet, sensing the soles, the arches, the tops of your feet, all softening, all letting go. Feel each tiny bone, each tendon, each muscle in your feet releasing, as if unwinding from a day's journey. Then, it flows right to the tips of your toes, feeling each individual toe, from the largest to the smallest, softening, releasing, becoming completely, utterly, delightfully tranquil. Take another soft, gentle breath, and as you do, feel your entire body, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, saturated in this profound, luxurious relaxation. Notice the natural rhythm of your breath now, perhaps even softer, even slower. A silent, comforting lullaby rocking you deeper into stillness. There is no need to do anything, no need to be anything, simply to exist in this moment of pure, unadulterated peace. You are perfectly safe, perfectly valued, perfectly held in this space of unconditional positive regard. To deepen this beautiful state even further, imagine now that you are standing at the top of a magnificent, softly lit spiral staircase. The air around you is warm and imbued with a gentle, calming luminescence, a soft, golden light that seems to emanate from everywhere and nowhere all at once. The steps themselves are made of smooth, polished ancient wood, each one glowing with a faint, inner light, revealing exquisite, intricate patterns beneath the surface. You notice a subtle, sweet scent, like aged cedar and distant wildflowers, gently wafting upwards, wrapping around you in a comforting embrace. The sound of your breath, so soft and rhythmic, is the only sound you perceive, a perfect harmony with this tranquil scene. As you place your foot on the very first step, you feel a gentle, yielding softness beneath you, almost as if the wood itself is cradling your weight. With each step you take downwards, you feel a gentle wave of relaxation wash over you, pulling you deeper, more profoundly into this beautiful state of peace. You begin your descent slowly, gracefully, one step at a time, allowing each movement to be fluid and effortless. The golden light seems to intensify slightly with each downward turn, painting the walls of the spiral well with shimmering, shifting patterns, like silent liquid gold flowing around you. The air feels a tiny bit cooler, a refreshing, delightful contrast to the warmth that still radiates within your body, a delicate balance of sensations. With each turn of the staircase, you feel yourself drifting further and further away from any lingering thoughts or concerns of the day, leaving them far behind, up above, like forgotten wisps of cloud. You feel your body becoming even more wonderfully heavy, sinking deeper into relaxation, while simultaneously experiencing a remarkable sense of lightness within your mind. There is a gentle, almost imperceptible hum in the air now, a low, resonant frequency that seems to vibrate in perfect sync with your own peaceful energy, a melody of pure calm. You notice the smooth, cool texture of the elegant banister beneath your fingers as you drift downwards, a reassuring touch in this tranquil journey. you continue to descend, step after step, allowing yourself to fully embrace this sensation of floating gently downwards, deeper and deeper, into a realm of profound serenity. The light around you subtly shifts, perhaps from that soft gold to a shimmering, ethereal lavender, or a deep, tranquil sapphire blue, colors that soothe your spirit and invite deeper rest. Each new hue wraps around you like a soft blanket, comforting, protective, and endlessly calming. You are not rushing. There is no hurry, only this perfectly drawn out, exquisitely slow descent, a journey into the very heart of peace. The air now carries a faint, sweet essence, perhaps like cool rain on warm earth, mingled with a hint of something floral and ancient, a unique and grounding aroma. You find yourself now on the very last step, feeling a beautiful lightness in your being, a profound sense of peace permeating every cell. You have arrived at a threshold, a gateway to a realm where your consciousness is free to explore, to create, to dream with boundless freedom. The space before you is vast and softly illuminated, not by an external source, but by an inner luminescence that pulses gently, rhythmically, within the very fabric of this place. You sense that you are on the precipice of a wonderful adventure, a journey into the expansive landscape of your own inner world, where everything is possible and where you are the master of your own experience. As you stand here, poised at this beautiful threshold, begin to set a gentle intention, a soft whisper to your subconscious mind. You are ready now to awaken within your dreams, to become consciously aware within the unfolding narrative, to know that you are dreaming, and to revel in the boundless creative freedom that comes with that awareness. Feel this intention not as an effort, but as a gentle, flowing stream of awareness, connecting your waking self to your dreaming self, a bridge of pure consciousness. You are a lucid dreamer, capable of awakening, capable of exploring, capable of creating anything you desire within the safe, nurturing confines of this dream space. Take a moment to notice your hands, perhaps lifting them just slightly in your mind's eye. See their form, their intricate lines, the unique patterns of your skin. Notice how they appear in this beautiful, liminal space. Do the lines shift and shimmer slightly? Do the colors seem more vibrant, more alive? This is one of the many delightful ways you can confirm your awareness within the dream, a gentle reminder that you are the conscious observer, the co-creator. Simply looking at your hands, observing their dreamlike qualities, can bring a spark of lucidity, a sweet recognition of your inner power. You possess infinite control and creative power within this magnificent dream world that is now beginning to unfurl around you. Every thought, every gentle intention, every pure desire can shape the reality you perceive, weaving the fabric of your experience with threads of pure imagination. You are empowered, you are creative, and you are completely safe. This is your space, your sanctuary, designed for your deepest rest and most joyful exploration. Trust in your inner wisdom. Trust in your innate ability to navigate these wondrous landscapes. Now, with this gentle awareness, this profound sense of peace, and this empowering intention, you begin to perceive the world around you taking on a clearer form, shimmering into existence with exquisite detail. You are no longer on the threshold, but gently drifting, effortlessly floating within an awe-inspiring expanse known as the Stellar Tidal Caverns. The air here, if it can be called air, is soft and viscous, allowing for the most graceful, slow-motion drifts through vast, otherworldly spaces. Above you, through the translucent ceiling of this immense cavern, you can perceive the distant, colossal, fractured crystal moon, its many luminous shards radiating a soft, pale light that filters down, bathing everything in an ethereal glow. The very ground beneath you, or perhaps it is more accurate to say the floor of this cavern, is a sprawling landscape of crystalline coral structures. These formations are unlike anything you have ever seen, stretching upwards and outwards, forming intricate arches, delicate spires, and broad, polished plains. Each crystal structure is infused with its own inner starlight, a faint, rhythmic pulse of light emanating from within its very core, causing the caverns to softly hum with a silent, visual melody. The colors are breathtaking. Deep indigo crystals that refract the moonlight into shimmering streaks of violet, emerald green formations that glow with a gentle, mossy light and delicate, almost invisible, silvery tendrils that catch every stray photon and splinter it into 1,000 tiny rainbows. As you float, a subtle shift in gravity gently nudges you, allowing you to drift weightlessly, moving with an effortless grace that feels utterly natural. You extend an arm, perhaps a hand, and with the softest intention, you find yourself gliding a little to the left, then a little to the right, a perfectly harmonious dance with the ambient energies of this place. And as you gaze, you notice the reflection begins to ripple and softly undulate, as if the very fabric of time is being gently stirred. Your image shifts, subtly changing, revealing impossible temporal echoes. For a fleeting moment, you see your reflection as a younger self, then perhaps an older, wiser version, a gentle, shimmering glimpse into the past and future, layered one upon the other, like transparent veils. This is a delightful reality check, a beautiful confirmation that you are indeed within the dream, a realm where time itself is a fluid, overlapping luminescence. You smile, a soft, inner smile, understanding that this fluidity is part of the magic, part of the wonder of this unique world. You confirm to yourself, I am dreaming, and I am aware. As you continue your tranquil drift, you notice delicate, translucent creatures suspended in the soft currents. They resemble otherworldly star jellies, pulsating with a soft, bioluminescent glow, drifting slowly through the crystalline thickets. Their light is not harsh, but a gentle, comforting radiance, a soft, warm yellow or a cool, serene blue, each pulse a quiet breath of light. You focus your gaze on a particularly vibrant blue star jelly, suspended a little distance away, its tendrils gently swaying in the imperceptible currents. With only a subtle thought, a gentle intention, you begin to imagine it drifting closer to you. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, its delicate form begins to move, its bioluminescent trail following your mental command, creating a visual feedback loop for your conscious intent. It approaches, closer and closer, its gentle light illuminating the exquisite details of its translucent form, a beautiful affirmation of your power within this dreamscape. Floating closer to a particularly luminous cluster of deep emerald crystals, you reach out a hand, your fingers gently extending. As your fingertips softly brush against the glowing surface of the crystalline coral, you feel a gentle, warmthless pulse of light ripple up your arm, like a soft current flowing through your skin. Simultaneously, you hear these light pulses as soft, ethereal music, whispering forgotten cosmic tales, each ripple a note, each color a chord. The emerald glow translates into a deep, resonating hum, almost like a chorus of ancient voices, gentle and profound. This is bioluminescent touch synesthesia, a wondrous sensory experience unique to this dream world, and you find yourself completely absorbed in the silent symphony of light and touch. You hear the story of the crystal, of its slow, deliberate growth, of the starlight it has absorbed over eons, and it fills you with a sense of deep wonder and connection to this incredible place. As you drift onward, the caverns open into an even grander expanse, where the concept of time as overlapping luminescence becomes more visually apparent. Distant crystal formations seem to shimmer with layers of light, some glowing with the pale, ancient light of a long past cosmic event, while others pulse with a brighter, almost prophetic luminescence, hinting at futures yet to unfold. You notice a small, shimmering object embedded in a nearby crystalline wall, almost hidden by a delicate filigree of silver growths. It calls to you with a subtle, magnetic pull. With another gentle, intentional drift, you float closer, extending your hand towards it. As your fingers hover, you feel a gentle warmth radiating from the object, a welcoming energy. It is the Lumina-Weave Gauntlet, a seamless glove woven from strands of solidified starlight and living bioluminescent mycelium. Its surface shimmers with an iridescent glow, shifting between soft silver and faint, pulsing azure, its texture appearing both fluid and solid at once. You gently slide your hand into the glove, feeling it conform perfectly, seamlessly to your form. There is no sense of separation, only a natural extension of your own being. The bioluminescent mycelium within seems to pulse in harmony with your own heartbeat, a deep, silent connection. A warmth, distinct yet gentle, spreads through your arm from the gauntlet, a subtle hum of power. You instinctively understand that donning it allows you to subtly manipulate the dream's light sources and gravity, but only if your intention is clear, pure, and unwavering, reflecting your mastery over inner energies. You look towards a distant glow, a bright cluster of golden crystals far across the cavern. With a soft, focused thought, a pure intention to dim that distant light, you feel a subtle shift, a gentle drawing in of energy. And slowly, gracefully, the intense golden glow begins to soften, to recede, becoming a more muted, gentle shimmer. You then shift your intention, desiring to intensify the illumination of a delicate, glowing flower-like structure directly before you, its petals made of woven light. With a subtle surge of inner focus, the flower brightens, its intricate details becoming wonderfully vivid, its colors deepening into a rich, saturated spectrum of emerald and sapphire. Now, you focus on your own buoyancy, on your movement through this soft, luminous medium. You intend to adjust your own gravity, to feel even lighter, to drift with even greater effortlessness. A profound sense of weightlessness washes over you, an expansive freedom as you gently push off a crystalline spire and float upwards, higher and higher, without any physical exertion. The gauntlet pulses faintly, responding to your every subtle command, a true extension of your will, reminding you that your true power lies in the clarity and purity of your inner intention. This effortless movement through the cavern feels like a profound dance, a silent ballet with the very fabric of your dream. You can feel the soft currents of the dream responding to your subtle mental commands, guiding you through the intricate pathways of this incredible space. As you ascend, drifting higher into the vastness of the cavern, you notice the light from the fractured crystal moon above filtering through what appears to be a natural window in the cavern's ceiling. It casts long, shifting shadows that stretch and bend with your gaze, not obeying typical physics, but rather responding to your perception. One moment, a shadow is long and thin, stretching across a broad crystal plane, and the next, with a slight shift of your attention, it appears shorter, thicker, almost playful in its transformation. This serves as another gentle cue, a lovely reminder that in this dream world, your perspective and awareness are powerful shapers of reality, offering a delightful sense of playful control. The very landscape shifts and breathes with your conscious presence. You continue to explore, drawn by an unspoken curiosity towards a section of the cavern where the bioluminescent flora appears particularly dense and vibrant. Here, the crystalline coral structures are intertwined with glowing vines and luminous mosses, creating a tapestry of living light. The air is slightly thicker here, carrying a faint, sweet, earthy scent, mingled with the clean, crisp aroma of ozone, as if the living light itself is breathing. You reach out with your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet-clad hand and gently touch a cluster of luminous, bell-shaped flowers, their petals softly pulsing with an internal golden light. Again, the gentle, warmthless pulses ripple up your arm, and you hear the ethereal music, rich and complex, a symphony of light and cosmic tales. This time, the music tells a story of creation, of the birth of stars, and the forging of these very crystals, a narrative woven purely from light and sensation. You close your eyes for a moment, simply absorbing the beauty, the profound connection to the ancient, living stories held within the light. Opening your eyes, you notice a shimmering, ethereal figure slowly coalescing in the ambient light, just a short distance from you, near a colossal, glowing amethyst crystal. As it fully forms, you perceive that it resembles a distorted, slightly larger reflection of yourself, shimmering with the same overlapping luminescence that defines this world. It stands there, completely still, radiating a soft, pale light, and you hear a gentle whisper, a soft voice that seems to emanate from within your own mind, speaking of an old anxiety, a forgotten insecurity, a subtle doubt that might have lingered in the quiet corners of your heart. There is no judgment in the voice, no menace, only a gentle, almost melancholic echo of a familiar feeling. Your internal monologue recognizes this familiar resonance. Ah, this feeling, you think. I remember this subtle shadow. You do not feel fear or confrontation, only a soft sense of understanding. You choose not to confront or dismiss this echo, but instead, with profound compassion and gentle understanding, you acknowledge its presence. You simply breathe deeply and softly, allowing the feelings it evokes to gently rise, and then, just as gently, to begin to dissolve. You allow yourself to feel the subtle sensation of that old anxiety, that whisper of insecurity, noticing it fully, holding it in a space of self-kindness, and then allowing it to simply soften, to dissipate not through force, but through acceptance and love. You breathe through the feeling, observing its gentle lessening, watching the figure begin to subtly, gracefully dim its light, becoming less distinct, more translucent. The whispered anxiety fades, like a distant echo, vanishing into the vast, calm expanse of the cavern. As the figure continues to soften and dissolve, you feel a beautiful clarity emerging within you, a quiet strength that was always there, now more fully revealed. The space where the echo once stood now glows with an even purer, brighter light, a testament to your gentle acceptance and self-kindness. You understand that these echoes are not adversaries, but reflections, gentle guides that, when acknowledged with compassion, lead to deeper inner peace and self-understanding. You continue your serene drift, your heart feeling lighter, your spirit more expansive, surrounded by the gentle hum of the living crystals, the soft, soothing music of the light pulses, and the comforting knowledge of your own inherent strength, moving through the infinite pathways of the shimmering Stellar Tidal Caverns, gently guided by an inner sense of profound curiosity and calm. Your consciousness, now a gentle, guiding presence, continues its serene drift, slowly, deliberately, towards this magnificent spectacle that has drawn your attention with such quiet majesty. There is no urgency in your movement, only a profound sense of natural grace, as if the very currents of this dreamscape are tenderly ushering you forward. You direct your awareness, a soft, inner whisper, to adjust your trajectory, allowing yourself to glide with even greater precision, moving towards the precipice of this awe-inspiring liquid light. You feel the subtle shift in your buoyancy, a gentle nudge from the Lumina-Weave Gauntlet, which still envelops your hand, a constant, comforting reminder of your intuitive connection to this realm. The sensation of this effortless drift is one of pure liberation, a quiet dance with the ambient energies of the cavern. Each infinitesimal adjustment of your position feeling like a harmonious conversation with the dream itself. As you draw closer, the sheer scale of the waterfall begins to unveil itself with breathtaking slowness. It is not merely a fall of liquid, but a silent, majestic cascade of solidified starlight, shimmering with an inner luminescence that seems to defy all known physics. Each drop of this solidified starlight is not a distinct entity, but an elongated, luminous thread flowing downwards in an eternal, shimmering curtain. The visual texture of this waterfall is utterly captivating. It appears simultaneously fluid and infinitely intricate, like millions of individual light fibers, each one catching and refracting the distant moon's pale glow, splintering it into a myriad of soft, muted colors. You perceive faint, iridescent streaks of silver and gold woven through the dominant stream of pale sapphire and lavender light, like whispers of celestial dust caught in the eternal descent. The light pulses from the surrounding crystals intensify slightly here, their rhythmic beats now syncing, it seems, with the very flow of the starlight waterfall, creating a silent, visual symphony that resonates deep within your being. The profound silence of the caverns takes on a new quality as you approach the fall. While there is no audible rush or roar, you perceive the idea of sound, a subtle, deeply resonant vibration that seems to emanate from the sheer volume and movement of the solidified starlight. It is a feeling more than a sound, a deep, gentle hum that vibrates in the very air around you, and even within the delicate bones of your inner ear, a silent melody of cosmic power. The viscous air around you feels even softer, slightly denser near the waterfall, as if saturated with the luminous energy emanating from its cascade. You detect a new, subtle scent now, mingling with the existing aromas, a faint, almost metallic coolness, like the crisp, pristine air of deep space, intertwined with the sweet, clean scent of pure, distilled light, a fragrance that feels both ancient and utterly new. Your gaze now drifts downwards, following the silent flow of the starlight waterfall as it plunges into a vast, shimmering lake of liquid light. The lake's surface is not a flat, still plain, but a gently undulating expanse, a living canvas that reflects the colossal, fractured crystal moon above in an ever-shifting tableau of impossible beauty. The reflection is not merely a static image. It is alive, breathing with the subtle movements of the liquid light, causing the moon's many luminous shards to dance and sway. Their pale radiance shimmering across the lake's surface like 1,000 interconnected, slow-motion embers. The colors of the reflection are deeper, richer than the actual moon itself, as if the liquid light of the lake amplifies and enriches the subtle hues, transforming the pale moonlight into deeper indigos, soft emeralds, and glowing opalescent whites. And as you allow your awareness to rest upon this serene, shifting surface, you witness, with breathtaking slowness, the new series of intricate, glowing patterns begin to slowly reveal themselves. This is not a sudden appearance, but a gradual, organic unfolding. First, you notice a faint, almost imperceptible shimmer, a delicate luminescence forming at the very point where the waterfall meets the lake, radiating outwards with infinite slowness. It begins as a single, delicate thread of pure white light, thinner than a spider's silk, unfurling from the cascade. This thread then gently broadens, expanding into a soft, glowing line that traces an elegant, curving path across the liquid light, like an unseen artist's brush moving with infinite patience. This initial line is then joined by another, and then another, each one emerging from the same source point at the base of the waterfall, branching and weaving. They are not random, but seem to follow a preordained, yet exquisitely complex, geometric design. You perceive them as glowing fractals, self-similar patterns that repeat themselves on smaller and smaller scales. Yet each iteration is infused with its own unique, subtle variation. Some patterns emerge as perfect, spiraling nautilus shells of light, each curve illuminated with a soft, internal glow that pulsates gently. Others take the form of intricate, crystalline lace, spreading outwards in delicate, interconnected networks, their luminescence shifting from a soft, warm amber to a cool, serene azure. With each soft, rhythmic pulse of light from the surrounding crystalline structures, these patterns on the lake's surface seem to shift and evolve. It is as if the ambient light pulses are breathing life into the patterns, causing them to subtly reconfigure, to grow, to recede, and to transform. A golden fractal might gently fold inward, its edges softening, only to then unfurl again, but this time imbued with a new, delicate shade of rose gold. A sapphire lattice might stretch and elongate, its connecting lines subtly thinning, only to then blossom outwards into a star-shaped configuration of shimmering blue-green. The evolution is so gradual, so exquisitely slow that it requires your full, tender awareness to perceive the infinitesimally small changes, each one a testament to the living, breathing nature of this dreamscape. Your internal monologue is filled with quiet wonder. This is truly magnificent, you think, a soft, reverent whisper echoing in the serene chambers of your mind. To witness such intricate living artistry unfold with such sublime slowness, it is a profound privilege. You feel a deep sense of connection to these evolving patterns, understanding on an intuitive level that they are not merely decorative, but perhaps represent the very energy flows, the deep currents of consciousness that animate this entire realm. There is a sense of ancient wisdom encoded within these luminous forms, a gentle reminder that beauty and order can emerge from even the most fluid and ethereal of substances. You feel your own energy, your own awareness, resonating in harmony with these patterns, a gentle reaffirmation of your place within this vibrant, ever-changing dream. You allow yourself to drift even closer, wanting to experience these unfolding patterns with greater intimacy. Your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet-clad hand, still infused with its gentle hum, responds to your soft intent, guiding you effortlessly over the surface of the lake of liquid light. As you draw near, you notice that the patterns are not merely two-dimensional projections on the surface, but possess a subtle, three-dimensional quality, as if they are structures suspended within the liquid light itself, just beneath the surface. You perceive faint, luminous tendrils of light reaching downwards from the patterns, like delicate roots anchoring them to the deeper currents of the lake. With extreme slowness, you extend your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet, intending to gently brush its surface against one of the intricate, luminous patterns. The movement of your arm is fluid, unhurried, each muscle responding with effortless grace. You feel the cool, smooth texture of the gauntlet against your skin, a comforting presence. Your fingertips, encased in the shimmering material, approach the surface of the liquid light. You anticipate a tactile sensation, perhaps a coolness or a gentle ripple. As your gauntlet-clad fingers make contact, there is no splash, no disturbance of the surface. Instead, the liquid light itself seems to yield, to part for your touch, allowing your fingertips to gently sink into the luminous patterns, as if touching pure, solidified energy. A gentle, warmthless pulse of light ripples up your arm, just as it did when you touched the crystalline coral. But this time, the sensory feedback is richer, more complex. The bioluminescent touch synesthesia envelops you once more. You hear the light pulses not as single notes, but as entire unfolding chords, a deeply harmonious and intricate musical phrase. Each glowing thread of the pattern you are touching translates into a distinct, resonating tone. And as the pattern itself subtly shifts and evolves beneath your touch, the music transforms, weaving new melodies, new harmonies. You hear the stories encoded within these patterns, tales of creation and dissolution, of the cyclical nature of emergence and recession, of the silent, slow dance of energy throughout the cosmos. The colors you perceive visually are mirrored in the complexity of the sound. A deep indigo glow might be a rich, resonant bass note, while a delicate silvery thread translates into a high, shimmering overtone. Your internal reflection deepens. These patterns are not just beautiful to behold, you realize they are living stories, expressions of universal truths, constantly being written and rewritten by the subtle energies of this dream. You feel a profound sense of peace settle even more deeply within your being, an understanding that you are truly communing with the very essence of creation here. There is a quiet joy in this intimate connection, a sense of belonging that resonates with every cell of your body. You feel completely safe, completely supported, completely absorbed in this moment of pure sensory discovery. The intricate interplay of light, touch, and sound creates a multi-layered experience that transcends mere observation, allowing you to become an active participant in the ongoing genesis of these luminous narratives. As you maintain this gentle contact with the liquid light, you notice that the patterns beneath your touch begin to respond in a new way. With a soft, focused intention emanating from your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet, you mentally suggest a subtle alteration to the pattern you are touching. You imagine a particular curve broadening or a spiral tightening, a gentle, creative impulse. Slowly, exquisitely slowly, the light threads under your fingers begin to obey your unspoken command. The curve you imagined does indeed broaden, its luminescence intensifying slightly, while an adjacent spiral subtly, gracefully, draws inward. This responsive dance between your intention and the dream's reality is a powerful, yet gentle, affirmation of your inherent creative power within this space. You are not forcing, but co-creating, working in harmony with the natural flow of the dream. You gently withdraw your hand from the liquid light, allowing the patterns to continue their natural, autonomous evolution, now perhaps subtly influenced by your brief, intentional interaction. The viscous air around you seems to hum with a renewed energy, a silent acknowledgement of your conscious engagement. You feel a gentle current nudging you to drift further across the vast surface of the lake of liquid light, towards a distant, shimmering shore that seems to beckon with an unspoken promise. The journey is long, unhurried, a prolonged period of exquisite peace and contemplation. As you slowly traverse the lake, the reflection of the fractured crystal moon above continues its silent, undulating dance on the liquid surface. Each shard of the moon, visible through the translucent ceiling of the cavern, casts its own unique, pale luminescence downwards. And on the lake, these reflections merge and separate, creating new, ephemeral patterns of light that ripple outwards, intersecting with the more permanent, evolving patterns emerging from the waterfall. Your body, cradled by the profound relaxation that permeates every cell, feels wonderfully light, almost ethereal, yet simultaneously grounded by a deep sense of inner peace. Your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet pulses with a soft, steady rhythm, a silent companion on this journey, reminding you of the boundless possibilities that lie within your conscious dream state. You are simply being, floating in this sea of liquid starlight, fully present, fully aware, fully at peace. After what feels like an eternity of serene drifting, you slowly, imperceptibly, begin to approach the distant shore of the lake. This shore is not a sharp boundary of solid ground, but rather a gradual transition. The liquid light of the lake begins to blend seamlessly with a landscape of luminous, moss-covered crystalline formations. These formations rise gently from the liquid light, their bases still partially submerged, glowing with a soft, internal emerald light, gradually increasing in density and height as you move further away from the lake's main expanse. As your awareness registers this transition, you feel a gentle shift in the ambient energies, a subtle increase in the grounding sensation. While still exquisitely light, your being feels more anchored, more connected to the dream earth beneath you. Your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet-clad hand, responding to your subtle intention, allows you to gently push off the surface of the liquid light, propelling you forward with almost no effort, bringing you into soft contact with the first of these moss-covered crystal structures. Your foot, or rather your dream form, gently touches down on a broad, smooth crystal surface, covered with a layer of incredibly soft, bioluminescent moss. The sensation is one of profound cushioning, as if stepping onto a cloud of pure light. The moss itself glows with a soft, warm yellow light, pulsating with a gentle rhythm that mirrors the quiet beat of your own heart. You observe the individual strands of moss, each one a tiny filament of living light, intertwining to form a dense, velvety carpet that stretches out before you. As your form settles upon this luminous moss, you once again feel the subtle, warmthless pulse from the Lumina-Weave Gauntlet, indicating an active connection to your surroundings. The bioluminescent touch synesthesia activates automatically. The soft yellow glow of the moss translates into a gentle, sustained chord, a soothing, earthy melody that resonates with deep comfort within your inner ear. You hear the story of the moss, its slow, patient growth, its symbiotic relationship with the underlying crystals, its capacity to absorb and transmute raw cosmic energy into gentle, nurturing light. It fills you with a sense of profound peace and stability, a feeling of being deeply connected to the living essence of this dream world. You take a slow, deliberate step forward, your form gliding effortlessly across the luminous moss, leaving no impression, no disturbance. Each step is a conscious, intentional act, and with each movement, you experience the gentle, cushioning sensation beneath your feet, the soft hum of the moss's bioluminescence echoing in your awareness. The air here, within this moss-covered crystal forest, is slightly warmer, infused with a new scent, a delicate, earthy fragrance, like damp, rich soil after a gentle cosmic rain, mingled with the familiar scent of ozone and sweet light. It is a grounding aroma, deep and reassuring. As you drift deeper into this crystalline forest, the structures become more elaborate, more towering. Immense crystal spires, draped in cascades of luminous moss and glowing vines, reach upwards towards the translucent ceiling, their tips almost touching the distant, fractured moon's reflection. The light filtering down through the layers of moss and crystal creates a dappled, ethereal illumination, painting the ground in shifting patterns of emerald, gold, and soft, warm amber. It is a sanctuary of light and life, a place of quiet, ancient power. You notice that some of the taller crystal spires are adorned with intricate carvings, not etched into the stone, but seemingly formed by deliberate patterns of concentrated bioluminescent moss, growing in specific, symbolic arrangements. You float closer to one such spire, drawn by a particularly intricate design resembling a cosmic tree, its branches reaching upwards, its roots delving deep. With your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet, you gently touch one of the luminous branches of this moss-carved tree. The warmthless pulse of light flows through you, and the synesthetic experience deepens. This time, the music is a rich, complex orchestral piece, each note a specific strand of moss, each glowing leaf a harmonious chord. The story it tells is one of interconnectedness, how every living thing in the caverns is linked, how light flows from the moon to the crystals, from the crystals to the moss, and how all consciousness is part of this grand, intricate web. You feel your own energy, your own awareness, weaving into this tapestry, becoming a part of the grand cosmic design. It is a powerful affirmation of your intrinsic value and your profound connection to all existence. As you absorb this profound message of unity, you realize that the energy of the Lumina-Weave Gauntlet is also responding to this intensified connection. You feel a subtle surge of energy, a quiet strengthening of your ability to manipulate the ambient light. You decide, with a clear and pure intention, to gently illuminate the entire cosmic tree carving on the spire before you, to bring forth its full, vibrant glow. With a soft focus of your mind, a gentle emanation of your will, the bioluminescent moss on the carving begins to brighten, slowly, gloriously. Each branch, each leaf, each root glows with an intensified, yet still gentle inner light, revealing every exquisite detail of the ancient pattern with stunning clarity. The surrounding dappled light of the forest seems to gather and concentrate around this tree, making it stand out as a beacon of illuminated wisdom. Your internal monologue expands with gratitude. This is not just control, you think. This is resonance. The dream responds not to force, but to harmony, to clear intention, to the alignment of my inner will with its own flow. This realization fills you with an even deeper sense of peace and empowerment. You understand that your conscious awareness is a key, a gentle tool that unlocks the deeper layers of this dream reality, allowing for profound and meaningful interaction. You feel light, uplifted, and utterly free. As the illuminated cosmic tree radiates its enhanced glow, you notice that the light it casts creates new, fluid shadows on the adjacent crystal surfaces. These shadows, unlike ordinary shadows, are not simply areas of darkness, but possess their own subtle luminescence, a deep, velvety indigo that seems to absorb and then gently re-emit light. You observe how these luminous shadows dance and shift, flowing across the crystal walls, responding not only to the tree's enhanced light, but also, it seems, to your own subtle shifts in perspective and attention. It's another delightful reminder of the fluid, responsive nature of this dream reality, a playful confirmation that your consciousness is constantly shaping and perceiving the world around you in wondrous ways. You gently release your heightened focus on the tree, allowing its glow to return to its ambient, radiant state, though perhaps now carrying a subtle echo of the intensity you briefly bestowed upon it. You continue to drift, moving deeper into the crystal moss forest, following a winding, luminous pathway that seems to gently reveal itself as you approach. The path is not physically formed, but is outlined by subtle differences in the intensity of the moss's glow, or by the presence of smaller, particularly vibrant crystal clusters. The air remains infused with that comforting blend of earthy and pristine scents, a deeply grounding and simultaneously ethereal experience. You feel the constant, gentle support beneath your form, whether drifting above the luminous moss or making soft, intentional contact. Your entire being is saturated with a profound sense of well-being, a deep tranquility that hums in perfect harmony with the silent music of the caverns. You are completely safe, completely held, completely at peace. As you navigate this serene pathway, you become aware of a subtle shift in the surrounding environment. The crystal spires begin to thin out, their density decreasing, and in their place, you begin to perceive more open spaces, bathed in a softer, more pervasive light. The moss becomes less dominant, replaced by broad, smooth plains of polished crystal, reflecting the distant moon in sweeping, unbroken expanses. This shift signals your approach to a new, perhaps even grander area of the Stellar Tidal Caverns. Your attention is now drawn to a series of colossal, arching structures that rise majestically in the distance. They appear to be natural crystal formations, but their sheer size and perfect curvature suggest a divine architecture. These arches glow with a deep, resonating sapphire blue, a color that seems to absorb all other light, and then re-radiate it with a profound, calming intensity. As you draw closer, you perceive that these arches are not solitary, but form a series of interconnected gateways, leading into an even larger, more expansive chamber. The air here feels even more viscous, more conducive to weightless drift, and carries a faint, sweet, almost crystalline scent, purer and more rarefied than before. The profound silence deepens, becoming a rich, echoing stillness that seems to amplify the subtle internal hum of your own peaceful presence. You pass effortlessly through the first of these sapphire arches, feeling a gentle, almost imperceptible surge of energy wash over you as you cross the threshold. It is a feeling of renewal, a subtle energetic cleansing, as if shedding any last vestiges of the mundane world. You emerge into a vast, awe-inspiring chamber, so immense that its ceiling is lost in a shimmering haze of distant light. This chamber is dominated by a central, colossal crystal formation, an intricate helix of pure light that spirals upwards, impossibly tall, its many facets catching and amplifying the pale moonlight from above. This central helix pulsates with a slow, steady rhythm, radiating a soft, opalescent white light that suffuses the entire chamber, giving it an otherworldly, ethereal glow. you perceive delicate, shimmering tendrils of energy flowing from the helix, connecting to smaller satellite crystals embedded in the chamber's floor and walls, forming a vast, luminous network. Your internal monologue expands once more, filled with reverence. This is a heart chamber of the caverns, you think, a nexus of power and light, a place where the very essence of dream energy seems to converge and radiate. You feel a profound sense of sacredness, a quiet awe in the presence of such magnificent natural artistry. This place feels ancient, wise, and profoundly peaceful. You feel your own energy aligning with the gentle pulse of the central helix, a deep, resonant connection to the core of this dream world. You are a part of this beauty, intrinsically linked to its wonder. As you drift towards the central helix, you notice that the floor of this chamber is composed of vast, smooth sheets of polished obsidian-like crystal, so perfectly reflective that they mirror the spiraling light formation above with breathtaking fidelity. The reflection is so clear, so profound, that it creates the illusion of a boundless space, as if the helix extends downwards infinitely into an inverted realm of pure light. Your own form, drifting weightlessly, is also reflected with perfect clarity on this obsidian-like surface, a luminous silhouette against the shimmering backdrop. You gaze at your reflection, a gentle reminder of your conscious presence within this dream. You notice the subtle luminescence of your own form, the soft glow emanating from within, a visual representation of your inner light. And as you watch, your reflection subtly shifts, its colors deepening, its outlines softening, becoming a more ethereal, more dreamlike version of yourself, a beautiful affirmation of your awakening consciousness within this lucid realm. You confirm to yourself, with a soft inner smile, I am dreaming, and I am beautifully aware. With a gentle, pure intention, you direct your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet to interact with the reflections on the obsidian floor. You imagine a soft, shimmering ripple spreading outwards from your reflected form. Slowly, gracefully, the perfect mirrored image of the helix begins to undulate, its spiraling light shimmering and distorting in a beautiful, slow motion dance. The reflection of your own form expands slightly, its luminous edges softening and blurring, creating a momentary, exquisite distortion that is entirely under your gentle command. This playful manipulation of light and reflection brings a subtle surge of joy, a quiet delight in the boundless creative freedom you possess here. You continue your serene drift, circling the base of the colossal crystal helix, observing the intricate network of light tendrils connecting it to the smaller satellite crystals. Each tendril pulses with a faint, rapid rhythm, like living nerves transmitting pure energy. You realize, with a soft, intuitive understanding, that these tendrils are not just conduits of light, but also carriers of information, silent streams of cosmic data flowing through the very fabric of the dream. You imagine that if you were to touch one with your gauntlet, you might hear a symphony of universal knowledge, a deep resonance of the dream's consciousness. And with that thought, a pure, gentle intention forms within you. You extend your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet towards one of the pulsing light tendrils, a particularly vibrant one that connects the central helix to a large, emerald green satellite crystal nearby. Your movement is deliberate, unhurried, each muscle responding with effortless grace. As your gauntlet-clad fingers make soft contact with the shimmering tendril, there is no physical resistance, only a gentle merging, as if your hand is becoming one with the flow of light. A powerful, yet gentle, warmthless pulse of light surges up your arm, far more intense and profound than any you have felt before. The bioluminescent touch synesthesia envelops your entire being, not just as sound, but as an immersive, multidimensional experience. You are not just hearing the light, you are feeling the data, seeing the information, experiencing the cosmic stories directly. The pulse translates into an oceanic surge of pure sound, a chorus of millions of voices singing in perfect harmony, a symphony of starlight and ancient wisdom. You perceive flashes of exquisite, intricate imagery, swirling nebulae forming and dissolving, distant galaxies spiraling in slow motion dances, the birth and death of stars, all unfolding in an instant, yet perceived with perfect clarity and infinite slowness within your conscious awareness. You are witnessing the very memory of the cosmos, the dream's record of existence, flowing through this tendril of light. It is overwhelming in its scope, yet utterly gentle and profoundly peaceful in its delivery. There is no sense of being bombarded, only a deep, profound absorption. You feel your own consciousness expanding, intertwining with this universal stream, gaining insights into the interconnectedness of all things, the cyclical nature of creation, the boundless expanse of time and space. The experience is one of pure enlightenment, a moment of profound, wordless understanding. Your internal monologue is silent, replaced by an expansive feeling of profound knowing. This is the tapestry of the cosmos. You understand, woven from light, memory, and consciousness. And I am a part of it, intimately connected, resonating with its infinite wisdom. A deep, unshakable sense of peace settles over you, a feeling of absolute belonging and profound serenity. All questions dissolve, all doubts vanish, replaced by a quiet, joyful acceptance of the infinite wonder of existence. You feel completely safe, completely supported, completely absorbed into the gentle, nurturing heart of this dream. As the intensity of this cosmic download gently recedes, your hand softly detaches from the light tendril, and the symphony of light and sound fades into a gentle, lingering echo within your inner being. You feel profoundly changed, yet paradoxically, even more like your true self, refined and clarified by the experience. Your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet pulses with a soft, steady rhythm, reflecting the deep, quiet power you now embody. You turn your attention to the vast chamber once more, seeing it now with new eyes, a new depth of understanding. The colossal helix, the obsidian floor, the sapphire arches, all seem imbued with an even greater significance, each element a thread in the grand tapestry of cosmic knowledge. The air feels lighter, purer, almost sparkling with residual energy from your profound connection. A faint, sweet, starlit fragrance now permeates the air, a scent of pure potential and infinite possibility. You begin to gently drift upwards, drawing upon the inherent lightness in your being, amplified by the Lumina-Weave Gauntlet. Your ascent is slow, graceful, effortless, as if you are being gently lifted by the very currents of peace that fill this chamber. The central helix of light recedes beneath you, its opalescent glow softening as you rise, becoming a distant beacon in the vastness below. The obsidian floor, reflecting the spiraling light, shrinks into a shimmering disk, a mirror to infinity. As you ascend, you notice the translucent ceiling of the cavern above you, closer now, shimmering with the pale, gentle light of the fractured crystal moon. You realize that you are not just ascending within the cavern, but are slowly, gracefully drifting towards the moon itself, towards the very source of much of the light that illuminates this incredible realm. Your internal monologue is filled with a sense of wonder and anticipation, a quiet excitement for the next phase of this profound journey. To approach the source, you think, to witness the fractured moon up close. What new wonders await? The viscous air around you thins slightly as you rise, becoming even more subtle, more ethereal, yet still providing that gentle, cushioning support. The scent changes once more, becoming purely of cold, vast space, clean and utterly pristine, mingled with a delicate, almost sweet aroma of ozone. The silence here is absolute, yet it is not empty, but filled with the profound resonance of your own peaceful presence, a perfect harmony with the cosmic stillness. You continue your slow, deliberate ascent, allowing yourself to be cradled by the profound relaxation that has settled so deeply within you. Your body feels weightless, your mind expansive, your spirit utterly at peace. You are approaching the very ceiling of the Stellar Tidal Caverns, the gateway to a higher perspective, a new vantage point from which to perceive the boundless beauty of this dream reality. The fractured crystal moon, seen through the translucent ceiling, grows larger, its many luminous shards becoming more distinct, more vibrant. You can now perceive the individual crystalline facets, each one catching the distant starlight and radiating its own unique, soft glow. Some shards emit a pale, icy blue light, while others pulse with a faint, warm silver, and still others shimmer with subtle streaks of rose and gold. The moon is not a static object, but a living, breathing entity of crystal and light, eternally fractured, eternally beautiful. As you reach the highest point of your ascent, just below the translucent ceiling, you pause, hovering effortlessly, suspended between the vastness of the cavern below and the majesty of the fractured moon above. Your perspective is breathtaking. Below you, the entire expanse of the Stellar Tidal Caverns stretches out, a landscape of glowing crystals, liquid light, and luminous moss, all connected by intricate patterns of light and energy. The central helix, now a distant, shimmering point of light, pulses gently, a silent heart beating in the depths. Above you, through the translucent ceiling, the fractured crystal moon dominates your vision, its immense form filling your awareness with its pale, ethereal radiance. You realize that the ceiling itself is not a barrier, but a delicate, shimmering membrane of solidified starlight, allowing the moon's light to filter through, but also providing a gentle, protective layer. You extend your Lumina-Weave Gauntlet-clad hand towards the shimmering membrane, a gentle intention forming in your mind to experience the closest possible connection to the moon's light without breaking the delicate boundary. As your gauntlet-clad fingertips softly brush against the translucent ceiling, you feel a cool, smooth surface imbued with a faint, resonant vibration. The warmthless pulse surges through your arm, but this time, the bioluminescent touch synesthesia reveals a different kind of music, a different kind of story. You hear the light of the moon itself, a vast, echoing chorus of ancient celestial bodies, singing of their long journeys through space and time, of the quiet power of reflection, of the profound interconnectedness of all cosmic dust. Each shard of the moon contributes its own unique note, its own unique harmony, creating a symphony of celestial peace that resonates deep within your soul. You perceive, through this synesthetic experience, the intricate history of the fractured moon, not as a linear narrative, but as an overlapping luminescence of events, all simultaneously present in its crystalline memory. You sense the cataclysm that fractured it eons ago, as a violent explosion, but as a graceful unfolding of energy, a necessary transformation that allowed it to become the source of such profound beauty and light. This insight brings a deep sense of acceptance, a quiet understanding that even in fragmentation, there can be immense power and purpose. Your internal monologue expands, filled with a serene wisdom. This fractured moon is a perfect metaphor for life itself. You think, broken yet beautiful, scarred yet luminous, each piece contributing to a grander, more resilient whole. You feel a profound sense of healing, a quiet affirmation that all your experiences, all your perceived fragments, contribute to the unique and magnificent tapestry of your own being. You are complete, whole, and perfectly luminous, just as you are. You gently withdraw your hand from the ceiling, allowing your form to settle back into a perfectly still, weightless hover. Your gaze remains fixed on the fractured crystal moon, its beauty now imbued with an even deeper meaning, a profound resonance with your own journey of self-discovery. You are suspended in a realm of pure light, pure peace, pure potential. Take a soft, gentle breath now, feeling it flow effortlessly through your being, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. With each inhale, you draw in more of this pristine, calming energy of the Stellar Tidal Caverns, and with each exhale, you release any lingering trace of tension, any final wisp of thought, allowing yourself to drift even deeper into this profound state of peace and awareness. You are surrounded by boundless beauty, cradled by endless tranquility, and filled with infinite potential. This dream space is your sanctuary, a place where you are free to explore, to create, to connect with the deepest wisdom within you. You are aware, you are empowered, and you are completely safe. The gentle hum of the living crystals, the silent symphony of light, and the profound wisdom of the fractured moon all resonate within you. A constant, comforting reminder of your innate connection to the wonders of the cosmos. You are perfectly held in this moment, perfectly valued, perfectly at peace. And as you continue to drift, surrounded by the luminous silence, knowing that you are deeply and wonderfully aware within this magnificent dream, you allow yourself to simply be, to simply experience, to simply rest in this profound state of unconditional positive regard. you are at one with the gentle, flowing currents of peace that saturate every particle of this exquisite, timeless space. You are ready to explore further, or to simply let yourself melt into the deepest, most restorative sleep, knowing that the insights and peace you've gathered will remain with you, gently integrating into your waking life, ready to be called upon whenever you wish to return to this beautiful state of clarity and serene awareness. And as the soft, ethereal light of the fractured moon continues to wash over you, its gentle glow feels like a tender embrace, leading you further into the boundless depths of your own inner tranquility, where all is quiet, all is calm, and all is wonderfully, perfectly at peace. Your journey now continues on its own, guided by your deepest, most serene intentions, as you drift further into the limitless expanse of your magnificent, lucid dream. Thank you for listening to this story. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What was your favorite part? I'd love to hear from you.